back again in the makeshift setup.
Oh,
Casa de Grows, mouse down already. This episode is off to an amazing start. We're scraping the bottom of the pot here again for topics.
Oh, no, so we're not, dude. We got
some of these.
I can do a whole episode about my car buying.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, cool.
Okay. Probably good. Okay, sorry. The lighting's good for you guys. It's probably not, but it is what it is. Darius is like a ghost over there. You can barely see the poor guy.
Ooh, yeah. But hey, that's one of the other drawbacks. We were talking about the drawbacks of melanin. I don't know if you guys can see it from here, but it's cold today, so
he's turning white.
Yeah,
he's becoming.
I'm ashy.
One of us.
I'm ashy, is what they would say.
One of us.
That's if you ever notice, like, if I wasn't in the office and I was working remote and you had to go in my desk, is why I had that giant bottle of lotion in my desk. Is so this doesn't happen. But like
you don't want to be white. You got something against white people or something?
Dry skin is itchy.
Oh
yeah, it's not comfortable.
I'm not constantly itchy.
Yeah. So yeah, it sucks. So yeah, every now and again I'll have to re-lube.
I'll take your word for it.
For the
okay, we got looks like the highest one that we went on. I don't think we talked about is a ladies extravaganza. Did we talk about that?
In which that was more of something to discuss off air.
Oh, okay.
I was
oops.
No, it's not a secret or anything like that. But I just figured we could use another episode or two with a lady's perspective. So like if we could have like a couple of different ladies on.
Oh.
That want to offer their perspective.
Well, hey, if you're a lady,
yeah, and you
let us know. We can just call you. You don't actually have to like be here. We could just phone you in.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I was just, because, like, we talk about stuff sometimes, and we're like, why would a lady think or do that, So I just figured we'd ask them.
Okay. Your next one here, do you want to read it out?
Where are you at?
I'm right here. I'm way up December 9th.
Oh, shit. Okay, wait. Okay, I'm still back in November, so, okay.
I think we went through those ones.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay, see, another one that was, in which there's a typo in there, because you don't know how do you.
That's what I was a little confused.
Yeah, but so there was this Netflix special that was going to come out, in which I think you were on vacation. It was with Jamie Foxx, and I just figured we could do a little bit more what they call like clout farming, by using Diddy's picture and so. But he was just joking. But like people were wondering if because Jamie Foxx got super sick and people thought he was going to die, and then he came back, and of course like. Jennifer didn't know this, so I don't know if you know this, but like, especially like black celebrities, so easy for me to say. Black celebrities, like if they go to jail for a few years or like get sick and then they look a little different, there's always conspiracy theorists that are like, oh, that's a clone, that's not the real them. So like people thought that
Is this the one with black ones? Like, is this like?
I don't ever hear anybody thinking that, like, Robert Downey is a clone or, like...
Are black people thinking the black celebrities are clones, or are white people thinking the black celebrities are clones, or is it both?
I think there's some white people that believe the conspiracy, too. I don't think it's just...
Okay, I was wondering if it's one of those, like, all black people look the same thing.
No, it's not. It's more along the lines of, like... Because, like...
People don't realize people can change over, like, years. Like, if you ever looked at a picture of yourself 2 years ago, hey, guess what, buddy? Newsflash, you look different.
Because there was a movie that Jamie Foxx did too, and of course it's a satire movie, but people think that there's some truth to it. It's called They Cloned Tyrone, and it's basically this conspiracy that they clone talented black people to control them to influence other black people to do things that aren't necessarily good for. I don't know the conspiracy, like, all the way, because, like, I try not to get lost in conspiracy.
Good.
I don't know the significance of there being clones of famous black people, but apparently, people were afraid that Jamie Foxx was a clone for a little bit, because he got sick and lost a bunch of weight and looks a little different. But
and then the next one here, I'm not sure which one of us wants to say it.
Oh, would you bone your clone?
Yeah. Me, personally, no.
Yeah?
I mean, I'm not gay. I mean, if you have, like, a female version of me, maybe?
Yeah.
Probably still not. I don't really.
Yeah, that would be a little weird. I feel like.
Yeah, because like
Yeah.
who's one of you's got to take it, you know, like
there's that, and then
one
like,
of you. I guess you could take turns. I guess,
and then too, like, you know, does that turn into a relationship, or is it just do you go your separate ways after that?
Yeah, no, I think
know,
that's
like-
just because like, you definitely can't be in a relationship. So it's just like really the question becomes: would you just bone someone you're never going to be in a relationship with? For me, that question is just gonna be no.
Yeah.
I would never do that. You might.
That's
but
a dude that looks just like you.
That's also
yeah, no. It's too many cons, not enough pros.
So this next one we got here. Let us know in the comments below. Would you bone your clone?
Yeah.
I feel like the answer for women might be a bit more different.
Yeah, definite. Yeah, I would assume.
Yeah.
In a lot of instances.
I think most dudes are gonna have to say no to that one.
Yeah.
But let us know if you're a woman. Would you bone your clone? I guess you wouldn't bone it. You would. What would you do? What do girls do?
I don't know. We're just gonna leave that there, man. I don't want to think of anything more.
All right, let us know. What do you do in the comments below? Maybe not in the comments. Email us actually. Email address should be in the description there. So at work, this is a longer story. At work, we're doing this thing that's supposed to save us from being burnt out. And obviously, it didn't work because everyone left. But our supervisor was like, "Hey, we're gonna do this thing. I think you paid money for this. She paid money for a script where everyone gets a role." And we're on a train mystery, someone poisons Santa Claus, and we gotta figure out who it is.
Okay.
Right? It seemed pretty cool in theory.
Yeah.
It was fine. So my character, I was probably a 5-year-old boy or something. I was a young boy.
Okay.
Death 100% under the age of 21.
Okay.
For the purposes of this story. Okay? And I was a triplet. So I had 2 brothers. But we only had enough people in our work group, for me to have 1 brother. So my other brother, just to make it funny, I was he died.
Okay.
Right? He died, and that's why I only have 1 brother on the train. Because the script would tell me to mention my other 2 brothers, but really I only have 1. So I just thought it was funny. I was he died, stuff like that. And at one point, another person in the group accuses or asks my dead brother, a question. Because I was one thing we had to ask each other questions. And he just accidentally asked someone who, wasn't there, right? And so I come in the chat and I'm like, unfortunately my brother is no longer with us. I don't think you know him, the guy, his name's John. Probably shouldn't just name drop him here. He's a new guy over at MyTax. And funny as shit. He put a GIF in the chat of someone pouring one out for the homies. And we're triplets, so we're the same age, so he's pouring one out for a dead 5-year-old.
That is great.
So fucking funny.
That is
It's
great.
just, oh my god. That's so good. Do they do that? Do you pour one out for a dead child? Do you wait till they're of age and then pour one out? Would you ever do that, or would you just never pour one out for them?
I think you only pour one out for people that are of age, I would assume.
Right, but is it of age when they died? Let's say someone died when they're 12. 10 years later, can I pour one out for them?
I mean, you could, but I don't it.
I've never poured one out. Have you ever poured one out?
I mean, I don't. Okay, I mean, I do know people that are dead and they were homies, but no, I've never seriously poured one out.
You haven't?
Ironically, just to be funny, I'm sure I have at some point. Just that's for the dead homies, cuz. But I've never in my heart really this is for fucking so and so. No, I've never seriously poured one out.
Oh man, that was funny. They poured one out for a dead 5-year-old. That's where it's at. That's what happens at work. If you want to know what your state workers are doing, that's what they're doing.
Okay, tax dollars hard at work. But no, I mean, yeah, that is cool that they're trying to find stuff to combat the burnout. But
I don't really think it worked very well. It was dumb because like they pretty much just had us read a script, and it was like, why do you have to get us involved in this? Why can't you just like read the script? You know,
Yeah.
I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah.
I think it was a good attempt, but I just don't think it was in the cards. But
Yeah.
whatever. You got Kanye West, yay or nay? Well, it's in his name, right? Yay.
Yeah. And
Kanye.
I'm so torn when it comes to Kanye West because, you know, before him,
Wasn't he like a Nazi now?
yeah, and that's what makes me like so upset. You know, it's like it started out as like from such a place that was so pure and like, you know, he had good intentions, but I think just somewhere along the lines, like being a celebrity, like he just went nuts.
Yeah.
In front of our eyes, man, is what I feel like. Because, like, he was a big inspiration for me, like, especially, like, in my early 20s. Because, like, before him, you know, most of the popular rappers were, like, gangster rappers, you know what I mean? You're either a gangster or a pimp. Like, you know, that was pretty much it, like, as far as, like, popular rappers before Kanye West. But
you couldn't be a candy rapper?
No, you couldn't.
I'll be here all week, folks.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And that's not to say that there weren't, you know, people like conscious or political or, you know, like doing other stuff, but they definitely weren't in the mainstream. But like, he made it okay to be like a nerd, you know, and still be a rapper, you know. So like for him, or for me rather, you know, so it's really tough to see him just be so nuts these days. And like, he fucking released one song and the lyrics were just basically him doing poop diddy scoop. Like, that's the
whole song?
Poop diddy scoop scoop. Poop. And then it just goes. But, like, I don't know, man. Like, the price of fame, like, that's what. I don't even know what I was, like, wanting to, like, unpack. Like, because I just feel like he's such a polarizing person. Like, people either really think he's, like, this nutbag piece of shit or, like, a super genius. You know, there's not really much middle ground. Like, but, I mean, you probably don't have much.
I mean, I don't have much to say about it. I mean, I think, you know, if he has good songs, and when he wrote them, he was a normal fucking guy, I mean, if you like the songs, you know, keep listening to them, but I think it's kind of hard to continue to like the songs when you know, see him turn into this madman.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to listen to the song and be like, yeah, this guy's a Nazi. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute.
Some things you can't defend.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And then, too, like, we touched on it a couple of episodes ago, but he doesn't write a lot of his music. Like, somebody else writes the majority.
Yeah, but he sings it, though, right? Presumably. He's got a good voice.
No, he's a rapper. So, no, it's not.
So he doesn't have a good voice?
So there's not, like, a lot of carrying tunes. No, Kanye West is not a singer.
So what is he offering?
Exactly. That's my issue with a lot of like rappers that use people that write lyrics for them. It's like, well, what's the point of like, why don't we just listen to that guy? You know, as opposed to like, I don't need to hear it from you. If you know,
but like surely like the first couple songs he wrote himself, right? It's like he got the groundwork.
Well, okay, so it's difficult. I think more so these days, he leans more heavily on it because, like, I think the first couple of projects, he had writers, but, like you said, but then even back then, too, he was making a lot of the beats. So that he contributed that as well, like, because initially they wouldn't allow him to rap. Like, he would just be, they're like, you're the beat maker guy, just make beats and be happy doing that, but he wanted to rap, too, so he had to make his own beats for his own raps, but, like, yeah. These days, I don't think Kanye's doing much of his own writing anymore, which is a little disappointing. Because, like, some of my favorite songs are, are fucking Kanye West songs, and, you know, you find out, like, you don't even know who wrote it, you know, so.
Unlucky.
Yeah.
Wait, let us know in the comments below. Can you still listen to a Kanye West song without wanting to turn it off? The good news for me is that I don't know who sings any song. So if you put on a Kanye West song, I don't know. Not that I would want to listen to any song in general, but at least I won't be upset that it's sung by a Nazi, you know?
Yeah. I don't even know, like, I don't know what songs that you might have heard in passing from him.
Okay, hold on. We gotta look this up. So apparently we're having an argument about some lyrics over here.
Oh, it's
Okay, it is apparently shoddy.
Yeah, that's what I
No, I could have sworn it was sunny, man.
Well, okay, but again, why would a dude be telling another dude to drop it down low?
That's what I was confused about.
Oh, so you were wondering what is the action of dropping it down low?
Yeah, but it's got low. It's not even drop it down low.
Yeah.
I thought it was drop it down. Damn, well, that's a tragedy right there.
Yeah. But no, yeah, asking someone to drop it down low is just another act in the act of twerking. So, like, a girl is stationary, she's twerking, she drops it low, she bends her knees to the floor and twerks it on the floor. Like, it's just another trick
What?
during the twerk. Like, if it's like a... yeah, it's just a more extensive twerk. Basically. Like, yeah, because, like, okay, like...
But do you have to, like, ask them to do it, or...?
Well, I mean...
Are they gonna do it without you asking? Is it like a...
I mean, if they're thinking about who's watching, you probably wouldn't have to ask. Like if you just watch.
Is it like more enjoyable when they're lower to watch, or is it?
I think it's just the level change, and then like I would imagine the act of dropping and like going back would make the butt jiggle a bit more vigorous.
So we're just here to watch a butt jiggle. That's the whole point.
That's the point of twerking. You ever see a chick like just twerking stationary?
No, I haven't ever seen a chick twerking.
You've never seen the act of twerking? Like, so you don't even know what people are talking about?
Not like in person. I mean, like I've seen like memes of it online, but I've never like been out in public and saw someone twerking.
Oh man.
What do you mean, all man? Why would I want to see that?
Well, I mean, okay, as a person that's not like in the asses, then they're like, I mean, if you're an ass guy though, like twerking's pretty awesome.
I'll take your word for it. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, there's a stationary twerk, and then like, some chicks can do like one cheek at a time, and like, yeah, there's like,
What?
It's like if you go watch somebody juggle, like, yeah, they can do 3 balls, but then they start, mixing it up and doing other stuff with the juggle, like they'll throw like a 4th thing in there, or like do 2
Did
with
you
one
just
hand,
equate twerking to juggling?
Well, I mean, it's a performance.
Okay, a man juggling is going to be our... It's going to be our thumbnail for this one.
It's a performative act that you do for the enjoyment of other people. All
right, man. Whatever you say, man. You're the expert. All right, I'm not in the field. You know what I mean?
In the dropping it low field. Yeah.
I am not. No, not in the low drop field.
Yeah.
I'm down to your beard coming back for revenge.
Oh, when we were talking about beards, man, I feel like ever since we brought it up on the podcast, like I've been getting the gnarliest, most painful razor bumps that I've experienced in my entire adult life. Like
the beard gods.
Yeah, like I think I upset somebody somewhere, man, because like literally the day that I put that in there, like I shaved that day, and that evening my face was itching already and like painful. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Like, am I like going through like a second puberty or something?
You just
like,
gotta use the electric razor. That's the key.
Yeah, they don't get close enough, man.
Yeah, it's either that or the razor bumps. So.
The terrible itching and burning. Like I know, like people probably think like I just don't bathe because like at work I'm just constantly like, this is miserable.
No, I mean I need to shave. I shaved like right before we left, and I haven't shaved yet. So this is like a 3-week.
Yeah.
3-weeker, right here. Yeah. Not loving it right now, but it is what it is. It's not too bad. Worse. I feel like I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm just used to it. Really, I don't think it's like enjoyable, but it's just like.
Did I tell you I asked a guy why he grew a beard?
You did tell me.
Yeah.
I forgot it was because he likes snacks, right? Put a little snack in there for later.
No.
Pop a little Dorito out.
No, he just like I assumed he just has like he feels like he looks like a baby without it. So like the shape of his face, because he doesn't have a grizzled, fucking superhero jawline. He's like it's just easier to keep a beard than to, show his face. Same reason I have a beard. Like I don't fucking like the shape of my and then the razor bumps that like come in right here. It's just easier to just leave a little bit of beard right there. But,
no, I love the baby face, man. Makes me look young, you know?
So then why do you have a beard?
Because I'm like shaving.
Ah, yeah, I mean, shaving does suck, dude.
Oh, yeah, shaving's not fun. It takes so much time and effort.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
That is the worst.
You ever try and like a movie, but fail?
Have you seen the latest Batman?
I have not. The most recent movie I've seen is... Well, actually, I watched Inside Out 2 on the plane. But before that, it was Sonic the Hedgehog #1.
Okay. I haven't seen any of those where he's like the weird CG furry Sonic.
Why did you say it's weird?
It's weird looking, man. Like, it's like, because he's in, like, he's interacting with regular people. So
It's really
like,
not that weird.
Do they acknowledge why he's like CG and everything?
He's from a different world, man.
It's fucking...
He's an alien. Do they address why the alien in the alien looks... Well, that's probably not CG. It's probably puppet, isn't it? Probably.
Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, why does he look like a puppet? Because he's just a freaking alien, man.
It's fucking weird, and you know it, man. You're like...
It's really not that weird. I do want to watch the other Sonic movies. The first one was pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was alright. But I don't only watch movies, so I've never really tried to like a movie. I've not only ever really watched a movie multiple times, other than the movies that were on DVD in my parents' house.
Oh, yeah?
Which was like Star Wars.
Classic. I've never been able to sit through
Harry Potter.
From beginning to end. I've never been able to.
The whole thing?
Star Wars? Yeah, dude, no.
They're were they like 2 hours long? I don't think it's that long.
I think it's longer than that. But, like, my attention span, dude, like... Especially if a movie, like, is dry like that in certain spots, because, like...
Star Wars is dry?
It's pretty fucking dry, man. If there's no lightsabers or, like, blasters going off and, like, robots and shit, like, it's pretty fucking dry.
That's most of Star Wars.
Yeah!
No, like, with the lasers.
No, it's not, man. Like, because what was the one with fucking Darth Maul in it?
I think that's the first one. He's got a double lightsaber, man.
Exactly! And, like, I'm like, dude, this dude looks so fucking badass. I tried to watch that goddamn movie, dude.
You couldn't watch it? I mean, I can watch it. It's whatever.
I don't know, man.
Well, the big thing for me in movies that I have a problem with, which why I was having a hard time watching Inside Out 2 on the plane, is when usually a good character, like a character you're rooting for, the good guy, as they call him, like makes a decision that you just know is wrong. You know they know is wrong, but they do it anyway. You know? It's like, why? Like, why did you do that? Like, you're making your life hard. You're creating plot because you're stupid. Because you're just, like, because you want to or something. Like, you know that's a bad decision, but you did it anyway. It just makes you cringe inside. I freaking hate it.
That's what happened a lot in Inside Out, too?
I mean, yeah, because they're like, playing with her emotions. You know, they were like, oh, because her emotions are... you know, trapped in the wrong spot of her brain, you know, she made a bad decision. You know? I guess in that case, she didn't know it was a bad decision.
So break down the plot of the movie. Like, so that's the whole premise? Like, her brain's fucked up?
Well, she's going through puberty. That's the whole thing.
Okay.
It was actually a pretty good representation of going through puberty for a child. Like, I would actually recommend showing it to a child around the 12-year-old range, like right before they hit puberty. It's actually pretty good. So she's got, like, friends, and... she's a hockey player. Like, she plays hockey with her friends. And then she learns that her friends are going to be going to a different high school or middle school or something than her next year.
Yeah.
And they're going to a hockey camp. And this is like their last hurrah kind of thing to play together. But then she's torn between her anxiety, which is telling her to make new friends because you're not going to have any. Make yourself popular. Otherwise, you're going to be a fucking loser next year. And her, you know... her sense of self is what they call it, who wants to, you know, be with her friends. Right? And so her anxiety takes over, and she goes and tries to be popular, and pretty much just makes a fool of herself. Oh. You know? You know, to her friends, for the most part. It doesn't really do that much to be popular. I mean, by the end of the movie, she's popular because it's a fucking movie, but, you know, in the movie, in the moment, it's like you're not actually helping yourself be popular with these decisions you're making, and you're just losing your friends, you know? So she's made a lot of bad decisions to try to be popular, and it's like, these aren't going to help you be popular. So it was hard for me to to like it, because that just makes me cringe when it's like you're making a decision for a purpose and it's just like very obvious that is not going to work at all. Like one thing she wanted to, like they were at the camp to get on the hockey team, the high school hockey team or whatever, and the like coach had a journal of all the notes she had on all the players, and so the main character broke into their office to steal the notebook to see what notes were written about her, and it's like seeing the notes isn't gonna fucking help you. Like even if you see the notes, what are you gonna do with that information?
Well, maybe if she has a bad habit she's not aware of, like she could break it. Like...
And there was one day left in the camp.
Well, okay.
It was like, there's just no way you're going to change.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just like, it's not going to help you at all. So, it was a little hard to watch, but it was still a good movie. I think it's...
Yeah, so this was like a PG-13?
No, PG, for sure.
I
don't think 13. No,
okay.
I don't think so.
No.
But what was funny about it was, like, when I saw, like, the media going about it, they were like, oh, they put a lesbian love plot in my children's movie. So I went into it expecting, our main character to be a lesbian. Brother, if you watched that movie and thought she was a fucking lesbian, there's something wrong with you. The only thing that indicates she's a lesbian is that she plays hockey. That's the only fucking thing. Like, I don't know where people are getting this idea that she's a lesbian. I'm like, there ain't no fucking way.
So she didn't have any kind of romantic interest at all?
No, the only thing was that she looked up to another woman who was also on the hockey team. Like, she just saw her as a role model.
Yeah.
But it was in no way, like, starry eyes, hearts in her eyes. It was like, there was no love there. It was just like I look up, I want to be like her.
They didn't awkwardly, like, bump into each other in the locker room?
Well, she did bump into her and knock her bags on the ground. But it wasn't, I'm telling you, it wasn't like... there wasn't like a love connection there. It was literally just she's cooler than me.
I don't know,
I'm awkward because she's cooler than me, not because she liked her. It was not. I didn't get any sense of lesbian.
It was a crazy time to be alive, man. People get offended very easily these days, it seems.
It was not. It was not. Because it would have been fucking weird if it was a dude. Like, if they had a dude in that role, it would have been way creepier.
Oh, like, yeah, why are you coaching these young girls?
Well, it wasn't the coach. That was a player on the hockey team. So it wouldn't make sense for the story if she's looking up to a guy on the male hockey team as her role model.
Yeah.
So it's like it had to be a woman, and you're upset because now maybe in some weird world she might be a lesbian. But they never kissed. They never held hands. They never looked at each other with the oh.
Yeah. No.
Hi. That was never a thing. It wasn't there.
In which hockey isn't even the sport that gets the most flack for I can see if it was a movie about fucking, I don't know, I don't want to offend anybody. So,
Well, hockey, it's you got, you beat the shit out of people usually with your hockey stick, right?
Yeah.
You got to have some aggression in there.
Yeah. Typically
aggression comes from testosterone, so. Obviously it's a stereotype, and not all hockey players are lesbians, but I'd be willing to wager that you take a sample size of hockey players, the percentage of lesbians would be a little bit higher than your standard population. Maybe not by much, but I'd be willing to put some money on it.
I guess. You just usually hear about lesbians playing what is it, softball? Isn't that more?
Is it? I don't know.
Or being a PE coach.
Should I Google what sport do lesbians play?
I mean,
a risky search.
That'd be pretty on theme for us.
All right. What sport?
Fucking What's the other one?
Do lesbians?
Now, growing up in the Midwest, I don't know what it was like.
AI. Of course, AI is going to answer this question, folks. Lesbians play a variety of sports. Okay, that's not what I want to know. What is the most lesbian sport? I definitely associate field hockey and ice hockey the most with lesbians.
Really?
That's what someone on Reddit said.
I could see field hockey.
There are a lot of lesbians in tennis.
I could see field hockey because they got the socks that gets pretty fetishy.
Basketball, apparently, as well. What is the gayest sport in the world? Here we go.
Oh, shit.
Women's soccer is the gayest sport.
Really?
I don't know how you classify the gayest sport. That's
huh.
What do y'all think is the gayest sport besides wrestling?
Yeah, for dudes, yeah, it's hard to get much gayer than that.
Nah, man. Like, I was a wrestler back in, middle school?
Yeah.
It's not gay.
Come on, man. That's pretty gay.
It's not gay. You don't grab the balls. You're not going for that, man. You're going usually for the shoulders.
Have you ever heard of the butt drag?
No.
That's a real move that people do in wrestling. Now, it's not legal.
Well, then they're going to get called on it, then.
But usually they sneak and do it, like when the ref is, like, not able to be in a good, angle to see you doing the butt drag.
Look, I never had that happen to me when I was wrestling, so we'll be alright. You got on here the best movie ever.
Oh! Yeah, it was just more of a question. What is your...
I don't watch many movies.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to say. I don't know. Name me some great movies.
You ever seen Vanilla Sky?
No.
In which that one's a little artsy-fartsy, but it just had some cool music, and then there was this one scene where Cameron Diaz is upset with Tom Cruise. She's upset with him because like she was trying to be like in a serious relationship with her, and like they had a one night stand and he doesn't. And she like in a crowded room in front of a bunch of people to embarrass him. She's like, "I swallowed your cum," and like that always used to make me laugh really hard as a kid. That scene,
right?
Yeah.
I don't. Why would you think that would help you? So that's the thing that cringes me out. Because like, why do you think that would help you get in a relationship with this guy?
Well,
or should just give it up and she just wants to ruin his life now?
Yeah. Well, she was nuts. She drove him off of a bridge, and like his face got scarred, and like he had to go through like physical therapy and like be nursed back to health. It's like I said, it's pretty artsy fartsy. It's kind of hard to follow, but it's cool. Memento is another all-time great. You ever seen it?
Nope.
This guy, a burglar attacks him and his wife, and he has a head injury to where his short-term memory resets like every 5 minutes, so he has to get like a bunch of tattoos and stuff to like remember things because he's also trying to figure out who killed his wife. But like the movie itself plays backwards, so like you're kind of like slowly being like, oh, that's why he did that, or that's why he did. But then like there are parts of the movie
that's actually really cool.
Yeah, it's a cool movie
because like that kind of gives you as the viewer a similar effect to having 5 minute, memory.
Yeah,
that's cool.
It's a pretty cool movie, but it's hard to follow because it plays backwards.
Yeah.
But then there are parts that are playing forwards as well.
Yeah.
So it's hard to, but yeah, that's awesome. What's it? American Beauty is another fucking fantastic movie. Before, now he's canceled these days because there's a lot of sexual assault.
No, it always is. Come on.
What was the fucking guy? What was the guy's name? He did House of Cards.
Is he the big old guy?
Yeah. Fucking, hold on, I'll Google it. He's an older gentleman.
All right,
fantastic actor, though.
I'm gonna, real quick, we're gonna take a quick pause. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Okay. That'll give me time to look up who this guy is.
Where's the...
Oh, it's on the floor.
fell.
Yeah.
The mouse. You guys forgot to tell me the mouse fell. How could you? We'll be right back, folks. We're back.
Kevin Spacey is who I was thinking of.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, he did.
You gotta show me a picture.
House of Cards. K-Pax is another movie, which that's another cool movie too. Like, cause like I've seen it a couple times, but I still don't know if that guy was an alien or not. Like, in which that was the whole point of the movie. Is like, is this guy an alien? Is this guy not an alien? This guy.
Oh yeah, it is the old guy from House of Cards. Okay, I know who you're talking about. He did sexual assault? You gotta be kidding me. Yeah,
on a bunch of young dudes.
Oh, well, that's fair. We've all been there.
No, we haven't. But yeah, apparently, he would, assault people on the sets of movies and stuff like that.
That's an uncool thing to do.
Yeah, pretty
Hot
uncool.
take from the RomeBros.
Yeah.
Sexual assault is uncool.
Very uncool.
When you see American Beauty, I was thinking of American Psycho. That's a good movie.
Oh, yeah? Yeah?
Yeah. I don't know if I'd say it's the best movie, but it's definitely a good one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't watch movies, man.
I mean, even as a kid, you didn't have a favorite movie?
Not really. I mean, Spaceballs
Okay.
is always a classic parody film. That's a good one. I don't know, man. I'd have to, like, see them, man. I don't know.
As a kid, man,
I don't know, like, even as a kid, I didn't really watch movies that much. Well, like, movies from the 2000s? Movies from the 2000s. My mom's a big fan of the... What's that one movie? The winter... Not the old-timey Christmas movie?
A Christmas Carol?
No. The black and white one.
You sure? What the fuck?
It's a Wonderful Life. There we go.
Oh, okay.
My mom's a fan of that one. I'm not a fan. I don't like black and white movies. Although I'm sure if I watched Schindler's List again, being an older person, I might be able to get behind black and white movies more. But popular 2000s. Mean Girls, The Notebook, Twilight. Oh, Twilight's over there. I wasn't a fan of Twilight, but, you know, I'm sure that's some people's favorite movie.
Twilight? Oh, man. I really was upset with what they did with vampires, man. Like, it's just such a... Because, like, vampires are always so cool. Unless we're talking about, what was it, 30 Days of Night, where they were pretty horrifying in that. But usually they're, like, you know, enchanting and, like... I mean, I guess they were enchanting in a way, but, like, not in a... I don't know, grown and sexy way. You know, it was more of a teenage...
Okay, so they got... Just scrolling through the list here of just movies from the 2000s. There's V for Vendetta. That's a good one. A WALL-E, honestly. Great movie.
V for Vendetta was fucking fantastic.
Inglourious Bastards.
That was pretty good. It was a little long for me.
It's been a while since I've seen it, so I don't remember how long it was.
It was pretty long.
No Country for Old Men. I haven't seen that one, but I did watch a nice YouTube documentary about it.
That's a perfect example of a movie that you tried to like but couldn't.
Really? You couldn't like that? I feel like again I haven't seen it. I only watched a YouTube video about it, but it seems like it's just a wonderful film.
Fucking dry, man.
That's the point, man.
Oh my god.
What's all
like,
about?
Just fucking deposition and talking and like you're just like.
You just want to like see
it was
them
so
die.
critically acclaimed. I know it's me. You know, I know I'm the problem. I know that that's a good movie and that I should like it. Mm-hmm. And I've tried to sit and watch it like 2 or 3 times, but like yeah, that's usually movies like that. I'll just end up like pacing the floor and doing impressions of people in the movie and not actually even paying attention to the movie anymore.
Oh, what's a frickin' what's the best Denzel Washington movie? I love that guy.
Training Day.
Training Day, I don't think I've seen that one. What's the one, what's the one? The one where he's like the ex-assassin guy. And he goes around killing people.
Oh.
With the clock, the watch thing. He times how fast it takes him to clear a room.
I've never seen it.
You haven't? There's like 3 of them, man.
In which they are really acclaimed, but I'm not really big on action movies.
Mr. I don't like the dry movies? What are you talking about?
I can tolerate an action movie. I can sit through that more than just somebody like just sitting and talking. But like, I need something to be happening. But it doesn't need to necessarily be constant explosions.
What is that Denzel Washington movie? Now I'm gonna lose my mind.
The Enforcer?
No, that's not what it's called.
What is it called?
Equalizer.
The Equalizer. Okay, it was an E word.
Yeah, I knew it was an E word.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one I was a fan of that one for sure. That one's pretty good.
But yeah, no, I don't need constant explosions and gunfights, but like just, you know, people talking or just someone like driving in a car and there's no dialogue at all, you know, like I don't know, I just felt
You don't like people driving in a car? I mean, you don't drive. But like, the dialogue is them driving, you know.
I don't know, I just felt like In which like I said, I know I'm the problem, but like I've tried to watch No Country for Old Men more than once, and I couldn't.
Yeah, I can. It probably is a little slow, I suppose.
Yeah, it was definitely a slow burn. In which the one guy like that was I guess he was the bad guy, like the Hispanic gentleman. Everybody talks about he did such a great job, but any time that I could like focus on him, he wasn't saying anything.
What's the point, man? He's doing all these horrible acts and he's showing no emotion.
Yeah, I get that. I guess I can see that. But yeah.
Looks like our next one here is zombies.
Oh, okay. Just like how do you think you would do if
that is not the next one.
This shit hit the fan. It's not.
I skipped a couple. That's fine.
Okay.
I mean, if zombies hit, like, it's always the classic scenario. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's so many different types of zombies. It really depends on which ones you get. If you get the slow walking ones, from Zombieland, like, you're probably fine.
That's what I think. That would be like. Granted, it would suck, and you would constantly have to stay alert. But I think that would be manageable if zombies were that slow, especially in a town like this, because we're not gonna have like hordes of fucking zombies together. Like, there's not a bunch of like bustling streets. And
if you got a town like this, you don't have to worry about the zombies. They're gonna be dead. Everyone around here's got guns. They're just gonna shoot them for us.
That too. Yeah,
we'll be fine.
Yeah,
just like when you get to California, where they have no guns and it's very populous. That's where the zombies are gonna. Be a problem. But if you have like the fast running zombies, I don't know how bad are they in The Walking Dead? Are they?
No, in The Walking Dead they're not very fast. It's just the sheer numbers of them is what usually overwhelms people, is because there's so many.
Right. Well, like Call of Duty zombies, those guys, some of them are fast.
Yeah.
They're spraying at you.
Yeah, and see that's 28 Days Later. That's another one.
That one.
They're really fucking fast. In which the one zombie show with the Korean children I was trying to get you to watch, they're pretty fast on that too. So yeah, that
if they're fast, I think I'm just boned. I'd probably just try to like find someone with a bunker, I guess.
Yeah.
Just ask them if I can join.
The missus and I have an agreement that we would make our way to the nearest pharmacy and break in there. And then raid the medicine cabinet and go quietly into the night. Like, I don't think we would even try to, like, thug it out at all.
You wouldn't want to go to a bunker?
No.
Really?
No. And just, like, eat, like, fucking canned food for a year before you get killed eventually anyway? Or
Well, I mean, why would you get killed?
You'd have to eventually go outside for something, wouldn't you?
No. I mean, right now, in your house, what do you have to go outside for? Food?
Yeah, toilet paper.
Well, the bunker has food and toilet paper for like 7 years worth.
No. And then like you're fucking like no sunlight, no sky, no windows, no.
I mean, presumably you have internet.
You definitely wouldn't. Who's gonna be running the internet if zombies are taking over everything?
The internet. It's just magic, man.
No, dude, there wouldn't be any.
Make your own internet. I don't know.
Yeah, no, fuck that. No.
No, I mean, you have like a generator. You just have to have a lot of gas for your generator, and then you could at least play like single player games off the internet. I think it'd be fine.
Doesn't someone have to maintain the internet though? Like it's not like its own self-preserving thing.
I don't really know, honestly. I don't think anyone knows.
And it's not like we're all using the same internet, because like. Yeah, what if you got Brightspeed? What if you got Mediacom? Like, and all these different companies and stuff would eventually, like...
I'm sure people are smart enough to have their own internet. Like, if you're the psychopath to have a doomsday bunker...
You've got your own
internet,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
they probably do got some kind of secret satellite they can bounce a fucking signal.
I mean, you get internet on your phone with no, provider, and this thing's just, it has no wire, no nothing. You get internet on here.
But somebody has to give you the clearance to use it, though, Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if eventually... Like,
oh, yeah, because I'm sure in a zombie apocalypse, there wouldn't be a single kind corporation that would say, hey, our services are now available to everyone for free, save yourself.
They would be already somewhere getting their families to safety. Because if they're, like, in charge of making those decisions, they would probably find out long before
and then they can use the internet that they definitely have access to because it's theirs to tell everyone... once they're safe,
They would not do that.
I think at least, come on, one of them's gonna do it.
They would not do that. They would be long gone, and we would be out here with no fucking internet.
Well, even no internet, there's plenty of single-player games out there. You can play pinball.
Electricity, though, too.
You just get a generator, and you just get a lot of gas.
Like, nah, bro. Like, wait, we're going to a pharmacy, and we're going...
Those doomsday bunkers go crazy.
Or like a hospital, dude.
I think you gotta go through a doomsday bunker, and then you'll understand.
I don't want to live without the sun.
Suit yourself, man. I already do.
Or like fucking...
I would love to live without the sun. Not no hot days. Oh, that'd be great. Imagine no day over 75. Oh!
No,
so good,
no, dude,
man.
I would rather have no day under 50. You know?
Well, you probably have that too in a bunker, honestly.
Well, but see, no, dude.
Alright, whatever.
Yeah, we would just be like, dunzo.
Alright, we got worst movie.
Oh, shit. Okay, now, I don't know if I meant, like, so bad that it's good, because if so, then there's always, like, Pootie Tang.
I mean, I hated, Napoleon Dynamite.
Wow.
That's gonna be a bold take. I just wasn't, like, what was the plot?
Wow.
What was the plot of that movie?
It was just a slice of life, you know, few weeks in the life of a...
Of a weird
awkward guy.
Yeah, it's like, I can't live that every day of my life. I don't fucking need to see it in a movie. Like...
But, like, it was a small victory for guys like us, though, because he got to fucking go to the talent show and wreck shit, you know? Like, it was like a win for the small guy.
Look, I didn't like it. The plot didn't really work for me. It was just, like, awkward for no reason. I just wasn't a fan. Maybe if I watched it again, I would like it more, but I think for me, that might have to be the worst movie. Again, I haven't seen very many movies, so let's take the sample size small. But I think, at a point, I wasn't vibing with it.
Now, there's one movie that became popular, ironically, because it was so bad. Like, it was like, have you ever heard of The Room?
Oh, I think I saw ads for that.
Yeah.
Is it like the one of the escape room that they're in, trying to get out of the escape room, or am I thinking?
Well, no, I think that is actually called Escape Room. This movie was made like probably a few decades ago now.
Oh, well, okay. Well, let me.
But yeah, it's notoriously known as like one of the worst movies of all time. But it is so bad that it's funny because the dude is being like completely serious. I'm sure you've seen it memed. That's the guy. Yeah, that guy. You've seen that guy in memes.
It's not ringing a bell.
No.
No,
but like he funded the whole thing himself.
Hi Mark. Yeah, I've seen Hi Mark. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, hi Mark.
Yeah. But yeah.
We might have to watch it sometime though.
I'd be down. We could do a watch party.
Independent romantic drama.
Yeah, but it's terrible, man. It's been a while, and I don't think I sat through the whole thing because it was so bad, but from what I saw...
It's just really bad.
It's bad, man.
Maybe I don't want to watch it.
It is real bad.
Okay, well, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's a good time. Yeah, Napoleon Dynamite for me. What's your worst one that isn't good?
That isn't good, but it's just bad.
It's just bad.
I was trying to think. I thought I had one in mind when I typed that, but...
Or like one that's popular that you just aren't a fan of, like how Napoleon Dynamite is for me.
Probably Star Wars, man.
That's
in
fair.
that sense, like I think lightsabers are cool, Jedi are cool, like, and the whole concept. And like I said, anytime there's a new one, I try and watch it and try and like it. But like, it's fucking boring, man. It really
Alright.
is. So like, yeah, probably Star Wars.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
And we got coffee drinkers.
It's just me being jealous and wishing I could be one.
Why can't you be one? Because your butt?
Yeah, and also too, like, I'm such a lightweight. Like, for normal people, no, I'm too wired. If I have a cup of coffee in the morning, at the earliest, I would probably be able to fall asleep by like 1 or 2 that morning. But like, I'm just it makes me like too wired. Like it works too well.
You ever tried like a smaller amount of coffee?
But it's so good,
or
dude.
like decaf?
It's so... But then that's defeats the point of drinking coffee. You drink coffee for the caffeine.
Well, you can do like lower caffeine.
Yeah.
You can just get a lower dose.
I don't know, man. But like even like
I mean, I'm not saying you should because you shouldn't do drugs, kids. But
yeah, and that's one more bad habit anyway. But like especially when I worked overnights in registration, when I worked in the ER, I would have a cup of coffee just so I could make it through the night. But then I wouldn't fall asleep until like 10 or 11 o'clock that day when I get off at like 6 o'clock. So
man. That's crazy.
Rough stuff. But yeah, I'm just envious, man, because it smells so good. It tastes so good.
Love the smell of coffee. Not a huge fan of the taste. Well, for me, as someone with ADHD, coffee actually calmed me down.
Really?
Yeah.
You lucky bastard.
Well,
man.
I wouldn't say it's lucky. Because I can't, take coffee to get...
Yeah? To get the actual effects of it, yeah.
So, I mean, I don't drink coffee just because I don't do drugs, but I did back in the day.
Yeah.
My mom realized it calmed me down and she tried to shove it down my throat.
Drink
it! I don't want to deal with you.
Your poor mom. Like, please, just have a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Shit, so like if you like had espresso, would that put you to sleep then? Like is it
No,
that
it's not
extreme?
it's not quite like that.
Yeah.
It just like because with ADHD what it is that your brain doesn't burn the sugar as fast as it should, or it puts too much sugar in your head.
Mm-hmm.
So you have too much sugar there, and then what coffee does is it burns sugar. So it's kind of like you have an excess of sugar and then you put something in there to burn it. So a normal person, it's just like it's burning all your sugar, you got a lot of energy. And then for me, it's burning the sugar that's just there. So it gets me to not have as much sugar. I guess something like that. That's probably the worst explanation ever. Here, let's Google it, actually, since we're here.
That's crazy. So what does Adderall do for you then?
Oh, I've never had it.
Oh, no.
Why does coffee calm down people?
Speaking of movies, have you ever seen the movie Limitless?
Oh, yeah.
I took an Adderall one time, dude. It's pretty fucking close to that. Like, I felt like I was the fucking man that day, dude. That was one of the fucking cause like there's an exercise that you do, like freestyling. If you're a rapper, like you just try to come up with a rap song in that moment in time. So an exercise in freestyling is they call it throwing words. Like somebody will like give you suggestions as you're rapping, and you try to have to keep the rap going as people are offering suggestions in real time. And my buddy was like, rap about the X-Men. I went through every fucking X-Man on the roster, dude. I was like, I understand why people do it recreationally, is what I'm saying. Like, you literally are a super you. But don't do drugs, kids.
Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do it.
Yeah, even because, it'll be the best day of your life that day. But essentially, if you have an Adderall addict or an Adderall habit, you're essentially taking meth. It's only like a couple of zigs instead of zags. So, and you know what they say about meth? Makes you smell like mayonnaise.
So it looks like the general consensus here is that if you have ADHD, you're hyper and you can't really focus on one thing, and then the stimulant helps you focus, so you're able to put all that hyperactivity into one thing. So it doesn't actually calm you down, but it
just
makes you focus on one thing, so it feels like you're calmer.
Huh.
So
that's pretty cool, though, man. You can fucking
something like that. Close enough.
Yeah.
Google wasn't. They used big fancy words, so I'm sure you can do more research if you want to know. But yeah, with if you have ADHD, coffee is just a little bit different. It definitely does make you focus more for sure, but I don't like it. It does smell great. I do love the smell of coffee. Not a huge fan of drinking it.
Yeah.
But the smell of it is
fantastic, man.
So great.
Even the sound of the pot, like somebody making coffee, is oddly soothing. You know, yeah. It's like, oh,
that's what you're saying. Yeah. All right. Now here's a great question. This is a question I want to ask all you viewers at home too. Put us in the comments below what side you're on. I think I might have found the greatest question. I think this might be like a perfect 50-50 divide for people.
Oh shit. Okay?
Would you rather have ice skates permanently attached to your feet or snow mittens permanently attached to your hands?
I did sneak a peek at that one, and that is a great question. I think ultimately, though, especially as much time as I spend on my phone, I would have to go with the ice skates, even though I don't know how to ice skate. But I would fucking learn.
You're not allowed to use a wheelchair. If you choose ice skates, you get no wheelchair.
Yeah, no, I would fall down all the time. I would, or walk awkwardly and get stuck in shit. But like, as much as I'm on my phone, and then too, like, okay, you gotta take a dump. You're gonna wipe your ass with mittens on. Like, you are asking for trouble.
Maybe it's not as polarizing as that, because I think I would have to be team ice skates too for the same reason.
Yeah, you gonna take a shower with mittens on?
I'm gonna take a shower with ice skates on, man. Like,
I mean,
it's just as bad. Let us know though. I'm really curious. I'm really ask your friends too.
Yes.
See if because I think we're both team ice skates, but it's so close for me. It's like I think of doing anything with ice skates. I'm like, this would be fucking horrible.
I'm gonna ask
showering.
Yeah.
Getting out of bed. Shit. Sleeping. Imagine trying to sleep with fucking ice skates on your feet.
You could never curl up in a blanket.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
you couldn't curl with a blanket. Try to cuddle with someone. You got ice skates on, you're gonna cut them up. He's gonna go ask the wife what she thinks.
If you had to choose,
tell her no wheelchair.
Okay, and you can't choose to be in a wheelchair. So if you have to go through life permanently with mittens on your hands or ice skates on your feet.
Mittens on my hands.
All the time?
Yeah.
What if you got a poop? Do you trust yourself to wipe your ass with mittens on and not get no poop?
I mean, I'd have to. They could have me to walk around everywhere with fucking I wouldn't be able to drive with ice skates.
I didn't even think about that.
I think you could do it. You could try. Yeah. Darius's wife said you wouldn't be able to drive with ice skates.
All right, so that's one vote for mittens.
We got one for mittens, two for ice skates.
Yeah, I would just be falling down, man. Like, I can't think of dude, like you said, cuddling or even the act of making love. You just got
probably mittens wouldn't really. I mean, they'd probably be better, but they surely wouldn't be ideal.
Yeah, no, dude.
It just seems like life would just be horrible.
Either way, yeah.
Either way, you're boned. But yeah,
damn.
I just thought about that just randomly in the car.
Yeah, that's a good one though.
Yeah, it's a great Would You Rather. Feel free to use that one, folks, in your next Would You Rather sessions with your friends.
Yeah, or if you have any Would You Rathers you would want us to rather. You know?
Yeah, let us know for sure.
Hit us with them Would You Rathers.
We would love to discuss the philosophy.
Yes.
Of the Would You Rathers.
Which would be better in the long run?
Ice skates or mittens? I do want to say again with the ice skates. The ice skates, there's a lot of like ways around it. You could like just attach something to the bottom of your foot. You're not allowed to do any of that shit.
Yeah.
Okay? Like you're not allowed to cheese the punishment. You got to suffer with the ice skates. We were talking about Raisin Bran. Oh, rental car. Oh man. I thought I put somewhere on here the worst song. Did I not?
I saw that one, and yeah, that needs to be discussed. You're talking about where you said the fucking presidents of the United States?
That was my dad. I thought I put up here somewhere else. I wanted to talk about what is your least favorite or the worst song? Maybe I put it in the wrong chat or something. That's crazy. Because for me, I'll just go first while you're thinking there. Mm-hmm. Worst song for me is that horrible Christmas song, Last Christmas. Fuck that song.
Wait, which one is that?
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart.
Oh, man.
It's so stupid.
You're hating on George Michael now?
I don't care about who sings it. The lyrics are trash. It makes no sense. It's this person singing about how someone they broke up with a year ago, they're totally over it. But if you're still thinking about them a year later, you're not over it.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you're not.
So it's stupid. It makes no sense. And they're saying this person that like they loved and cared about a year ago isn't special to them anymore. It's like, why are you singing about it then, man? If they're not special. It's fucking retarded. I hate it. Mm-hmm. And it's too catchy, and they're always playing it on every fucking radio station at Christmas. Just to put a cherry on top. Worst song. Not even a competition, in my opinion. But I asked my dad while we were driving what his least favorite song was. And he said, The Peaches by Presidents of the United States.
That hurts my heart, man.
Does it really? He doesn't like it because they just say peaches over and over again.
Yeah, it's just like I think the chorus is just go into the country.
Yeah. And eat a lot of peaches. My dad just hates it.
Oh, wow.
He doesn't like it. He says it's always on the radio. He doesn't like it.
That's a fun song, man.
Is it? What is the...
That's it.
It's just peaches. Exactly. So, like, I mean, I can see the reason you might not like it if it's just about peaches.
Well, I think the guy though.
Is it like a metaphor for like ass?
Maybe. I don't know.
Ass in the country?
I mean, well, no, the guy grew up in like the city, so all the peaches that he eats are in a can. So I think he just wants to go to the country where the peaches are fresh to experience.
That is the worst thing. I'm on my dad's side here. That is the stupidest thing to write a song about. That is a horrible song idea.
I think that's just my, because I went and listened to it after I saw that in the Discord and I wanted to be sure. I think that's the gist of the song.
I mean, it definitely isn't worse for me than Last Christmas, but it doesn't... If that's the whole point, that's...
When we talk to my bro next week, when my bro's in town, we talk to him, I'm sure he'll know.
Oh, we gotta call my dad. I wanted to call my dad and have him explain in his own words how much he hated it. Here, let me call him real quick. He might be at work. Oh, it's a Saturday. Probably not. What's your least favorite song while I got him?
Do what?
What's your least favorite song?
It's hard for me to pick just one. Like, because as a small child, my grandma would turn on country music when she was ready
on
for
the
me.
podcast, we were talking about your least favorite song. Did you want to tell the viewers how much you hate the Peaches song and why? Okay, hold on. I gotta put you on speaker. All right, folks, we got my dad. You know him, the man, the myth, the legend. Been on the show a couple times. He's gonna tell us in his own words why the Peaches song is the worst. Go ahead, Dad.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a horrible song. They just repeat the same words over and over again, basically. There's no real catchy rhythm or anything. It's not a great song. It makes me cringe when I hear it. And they play it like it's a song that people want to hear. It's absurd. I'm pretty sure they just wrote the song because they had an obligation to the record company, and the record company said, we'll show you. We'll make the radio stations play it just to get back at you. But we're the ones who suffer. I change the station when it comes on. So that's all I have to say about that.
All right, thanks, Dad. Appreciate it.
Always a pleasure.
Okay.
Bye. All right, there you go.
Sheesh. That's the cool thing about perspective, though, because like one person's like, "Oh, that's fun," as another person's just like, "Oh."
Yeah, like Last Christmas. I'm sure a lot of people love that song. It just makes no sense then.
Yeah. There's definitely more offensive Christmas songs than Last Christmas.
But I mean, that one's like
Yeah,
very like millions of people have remixed that one. It's always on the freaking radio, and it just makes no sense. Like Last Christmas. Okay, so presumably this is like at least 10 months ago. I gave you my heart. You know, I opened up to you. I told you that I cared about you, and then the very next day you gave it away. So presumably the person didn't reciprocate the feelings.
Yeah.
And then this year, right, so a year later, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. So a year later, again, you were with this guy for like one day, because it was the very next day he gave it away. It wasn't like you were with him for like 4 months. It was a tough breakup. You opened up to him, said I love you, and he's like, I don't feel the same way.
But what if gave you my heart as a metaphor? And like, what if these people were dating, and then on Christmas she thought like, okay, we're going to seal the deal on Christmas. And then, like, the very next day, like, he's...
But then it's like... And then, okay, fine. They've been together for a while, and this was like I want to make the next step with you.
Yeah.
Right, okay, sure, I'm still there with you. That's fine. Then the very next... this year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. So are you just, like, telling your ex that you're with a better person now?
I think so, yeah.
That's the stupidest fucking song I've ever heard about. Like, you're not over your ex.
It's definitely not the spirit of Christmas.
Most certainly not. It's just a song of how you're saying that you're over your ex, but you're just clearly not over your ex. Because if you were, you wouldn't be singing this song.
Yeah, you wouldn't, or writing a song about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's like, it's so fucking stupid. Who is this? I mean, maybe it's like relatable because people break up around Christmas or something, but like, it's just so stupid. It makes no sense. Like, no real human being is gonna be writing a song about how they're over their ex. You wouldn't do that.
Yeah, no, I guess I never thought of it like that. That is yeah, it's pretty terrible.
Anyways, I've interrupted you many times. What's yours?
I honestly, like, it's hard for me to narrow down just one. Like I was saying, when I was like a toddler, my grandma would put on country music to like get me to calm down and like it's time for bed. You know what I mean? So like. It's programmed in me. Anytime I hear like that certain twang, like of a, like wow, wow, you know, when country music does that, like, I get sleepy, dude. I get drowsy, and, like, it's like the energy is being sucked out of me. So, like, country music in general, like, there are certain country songs I do like. Like, I don't, like, it's not to the point anymore where I can't tolerate any at all. But, in high school, when I would be grounded, and, like, they would take my TV, take my PlayStation, all I would have is the radio to listen to, like, local stations. There was one song, I Hope You Dance. It was a country song, but anytime that would come on, it was just, like, it would just remind me of, like, the shitty situation I put myself in. It's like, you put yourself here, you're grounded, you don't got shit to do but listen to this fucking song. You're gonna listen to it. You know what I mean? Like, you did this to you, you know? So,
a punishment song.
Yeah, and she, I hope you dance! And I'm just like, this is awful. But, like, either that one or, yeah, probably that one.
Probably that one?
Yeah.
You think that's really sure?
That's the one where, yeah, it would sink in.
Well, I know if you put on any country song from the late 2000s, I can probably sing along because my mom would always have country music playing when she was driving me places.
Oh, yeah.
And you know me, any song I hear at once, I know all the lyrics. And I sing, I don't know who sings it, I don't know the name of the song, but by golly, I'll be able to sing along. So, I wouldn't say I hate the country songs, but it's just annoying. You know, a country song comes on, you're singing about, like, beer and girls and trucks, and I'm like the opposite of beer, girls, and truck, but here I am singing along, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, I think we're actually over time here.
Alright.
So let us know in the comments below also what your favorite song is. This video better have our most comments. I
Yeah.
want everyone to comment at least one. We asked plenty of questions to you.
There's plenty of options. You got options.
You can answer the would you rather. You can give us a would you rather. Or you can let us know what your favorite song, favorite movie, least favorite movie is. There's so many options for you to choose from. Do all of them. Just do one of them.
Yes.
But don't do 0 of them. If you do 0 of them, you suck if you made it all the way to the end. That's probably there's probably like 2 people made it to the end. So
drop a comment below, please.
Or email us. Email in the description still.
We're going to email a question in. If you'd like to be a viewer, or if you'd like to be a guest, you know, and you want to do like a phone interview,
we'll just call you like my dad. We'll put you right here, and you'll be live to yourself and the 4 other people that watch this,
or the people you tell to watch it. You know, get a little pyramid scheme going here.
We do not endorse pyramid schemes. But if we did have a pyramid scheme, it would be called Dog Jump Off Bed Philosophy. That was a great segue.
Yeah, that was an amazing segue.
I thought of that on the spot right there. That's great.
Buttery smooth.